Hello guys, welcome back to S3D, and this is gonna be an episode of 6 Scale Wednesday. So I don't really have any actual product to show you guys, so I'm just gonna do like a stream recording on my phone and talk about my renewed interest in 6 scale figures. About 2.5 years ago, I quit collecting 6 scale because I was really tired of what Hot Toys was offering. But I think back in those days, I was just basically Hot Toys was really integral part of my collection. I was really into Hot Toys, and unfortunately, the only thing Hot Toys was doing, they're going really hard on Warner Brothers, like the DC universe and the MCU. So basically, like, most of my collection just involved those figures. I even tried to get into Star Wars, but yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I don't like any of those properties owned by Disney or Warner Brothers. And I got really bored. I feel like, dude, I'm just always buying like the same characters over and over. It's like a million Iron Mans, a million Black Widows, a million like just random stuff. I mean, I do actually enjoy some of the older Hot Toys. When they're not just doing like the Marvel and the DC stuff. They have the Terminator, they got the Predators, they got the Aliens. Those are pretty cool. But nowadays, trying to get those figures, it's just not going to happen. They have not produced those figures in a long time, and those figures, a lot of them didn't really age well. And they cost a lot. So nowadays, I'm looking more toward this other brand, ThreeZero. Now, in the past, I have gotten quite a few ThreeZero figures, and I know they're reasonably priced. But the thing with ThreeZero is, like, sometimes they make some really bad choices with the figures. With some of the design of the figures. For example, like, sometimes they use like the wrong bodies for not just for one or two characters, for a lot of the characters. They tend to use like the very generic body type. I mean, Hot Toys does it too, but I feel like, the problem with ThreeZero is a lot more obvious than Hot Toys. Like I was not happy with the body that they used for the One Punch Man, Saitama. And I wasn't really happy recently with some of the choices that they made with some female figures, like the Ranger Slayer. A lot of people have been telling me that I should go pick up those Ranger Slayers and do body swaps on them. I don't know. I feel like, there's a lot of missed opportunities with a lot of their figures just because of the choice of the body that they use, for these figures. Like, even with the G.I. Joe line, I was actually very interested. But then I discovered a lot of issues with, like, the G.I. Joe line, like the Storm Shadow's arms and not being able to bend and hold a pose, And the body that they use for Snake Eyes, I feel like, that figure can use like a 2.0. The proportions just don't look quite right. But, for the later releases, like the Firefly, I think they actually got Firefly right. He's got double jointed elbows, he's got good joints, and he poses well, so that definitely have renewed my confidence in this line. They're also priced very well. $150 or below. Sometimes you can get really lucky and get these figures for $100. Yeah, they definitely offer a lot higher value than Hot Toys, and then they also offer a lot of properties, that Hot Toys not even going to touch. For example, you get a lot of anime figures like Berserk. I'm looking at this Berserk figure, and I'm just laughing at the Bandai SH Figure figure. That thing is just such a joke. But some people think it's perfect. But yeah, I'm looking into this Berserk figure. This guts actually looks really good. Looking at his arms, looks like he's got, we might run into the same issue with Storm Shadow, with the joint not able to bend. This is definitely a seamless arm. And yeah, that that could potentially be a deal breaker. But, you know, as far as things goes, you know, I think the design on this figure looks solid for a 6-scale figure. And if the price is right, you know, this could be this could be the one that gets me back into collecting, you know, retail 6-scale figures. Right now, I'm just currently just making customs. You know, I'm not too happy with the current offerings from most of the brand, even the third parties. I feel like I can make my own figures, and they can look just as good or maybe even better than the retail offerings. But yeah, you know, there definitely some stuff that is catching my attention. I don't collect as much as I used to, so I'm going to be really picky about these figures. You know, they do have a lot of properties that I like, but, you know, I don't need every figure from every property. So I'm just going to, you know, pick the ones I like. Not really a big fan of the Marvel stuff anymore. That's why I want to stay away from Hot Toys. You know, I see that they are doing comic book characters, which is okay. You know, that's not the MCU. But yeah, Hot Toys prices continue to, you know, stay around that $250 to $300 price point. And I feel like I'm just getting priced out, you know. Like, I'm just not invested in those type of figures. And I want to try, like, you know, I want to give ThreeZero another shot. And, yeah, I want to give ThreeZero another shot at the 6-scale figures. You know, they're doing a lot of very interesting characters. Like, they have Rambo, and then they have the G.I. Joes. You know, they have One Punch Man. This one I'm also really interested in. I'm just like looking at this guy. My concern though is, like, again, it's that body. You know, I'm looking at those elbows. It's not really feeling that. You know, look at the how unnatural those elbows look. Yeah. I think generally speaking, though, I always had some issues with the One Punch Man line. Wasn't super impressed with the Saitama, and I don't know. I really like Garo, but man, those elbows, those arms, and the weight, like. Possibly this guy could use a body swap. You know, maybe a body swap would change some points of articulation, make it look a lot better. Yeah, just something about this body making it look very, very unnatural. But anyway, I went on long enough with this video. Probably should end it soon. Before I start rambling, I'm definitely interested in the the ThreeZero's offering. Hopefully soon I can I'll see myself getting some of these figures. Yeah, I mean, most of them look really good, and they're very well priced. You know, under $150 for a 6-scale figure. I think that's really how 6-scale figures should be. They should not be over $200. You know, that's a little bit too much for 6-scale. All right. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Hopefully next time I can produce a higher quality videos than these random, you know, screen recorder videos. And that's it for this episode of 6-Scale Wednesday. Thanks for watching, guys.